All right, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Well, we're going to continue on reporting on the saga, or the thing that, there used to be a molehill that's been made out of a mountain. And I'm going to drop some facts to you concerning the Kabir Bijabil Amelia and the brothers up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Well, I've gotten wind that Sports Illustrated is combing heaven and earth to try to find out from all the contacts that KGB 94 TV or Kabir Bijabil Amelia, his upbringing, his coaches, his family members, he's contacting they're contacting everybody to try to develop a story about this man. Now, what we're dealing with is a classic smear campaign. Let me drop some facts on you here, because see, too many times more often than not, what we have is we have people that go out and have an agenda. Because remember, news media, news reporting, they don't care really nothing about the people that are involved. It's all about a story. And the best way to get a story is to twist, warp, lie, deceit. I mean, many of you have had experience with news media before. I don't have to tell you exactly the things that they do if you had any experience with them. But you all should know. So I've gotten wind now that even they've contacted his ex-wife and done interviewed her. Now she's willing to sing for them. But what people don't know about all this is that his whole marriage of 16 years was destroyed simply because she could not submit to her husband as a woman, as a wife. And she went to the system and flat out lied on him. Now, I understand that in this earth, people think that they're getting away with stuff. And hey, believe me, I know that we're all going to judgment one day. And it's all going to be revealed. But until then, we can at least tell the truth. At least tell the side of the story that nobody else hears. Because, in this world right here, people have the uncanny ability to hear just one side of the story and then run with it. How many times have you heard women smear their husbands, lie on their husbands in order to get financial gains? I mean, after all, look at Kevin Garnett. I mean, can we say that that's justice, or is that disproportional justice? Well, Ron Young is the one who tipped off all this. Because remember, the brothers just went to the Christmas play to actually record a Christmas play for Brother Kabir, because his children is at a Christmas play that he doesn't approve of. Now, is he not the head of the family? Those of us who believe the Bible, according to 1 Corinthians 11 chapter, is he not the head of the home? Is that not his children? Should they not be up under his authority? Well, what I have to say about it is that while they write in a newspaper that Kabir has 50% custody, that doesn't mean placement. That means he has allegedly say-so in religious matters, things that they do, things that they shouldn't do. But that's all on paper, because the judge, the judicial system, the private school that they're going at, nobody supports him in his claim. Nobody supports him as the authority or having 50-50. They simply take what his wife says, and they don't give a damn about what Kabir says. And so they'll tell you all this, but the whole entire system is rigged against the men. Why do you think over and over again that you see individual movements out here like MGTOW, and people are choosing not to get caught up in this system with marriage license and not contract with the government and stuff? Because there's been too many times that people have been raped by this system. I mean, how is it that he's a man, the creator of these children right here, and he has no say whatsoever at all in whatever endeavors that they are involved in, especially since they're all minors? It's simply amazing. This man hasn't even seen his family. His children can't even come over and visit him, all because the slander and lie of one woman, his ex-wife. It's sad, and people just run with it. And if you think, men, that the court systems are for you, you got another thing coming. A woman can lie on you and literally take you to the bank if you don't know how to deal with the court system. Now, as fate would have it, Ron Young went and tipped off the police that there could possibly be two brothers there from Straightway Praiseland. And of course, you know what the news media has done, right? They blew it all up. They had concealed carry guns with 34 rounds of ammunition. My question to you is this. How many people in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that went to that play at that church, how many men and women had guns on their person? You see, emphasis is not put on that. It's the mere fact that Ron Young, who just got finished fellowshipping with us no more than a few weeks prior, in a debate up there in Kabir's gym. We had a debate. You can see it. It's all on YouTube. He turned around and he blew up a situation. The police has ran with it. And now, for some reason, the whole system is on a smear campaign of trying to demonize our brothers. And we're telling the flat out truth. But people are not interested in the truth. And so Ron Young, in 2018, made an agreement with Kabir, saying, well, they're already in the play, just let them go ahead and do the play, and then we'll revisit this in 2019, and we'll let you have your say. Notice, a man, they ain't your children, but we're going to let you have your say. What man would even want to even try to stomach some type of conversation like that? I mean, think about it. He's literally being raked over the coals, and he just wants genuine justice. But that justice only comes from the scriptures. That's it. What's happening now is that because the system and the people in the system are mad because now Kabir and the brethren are asserting their rights as man. They're asserting their rights according to the Constitution of the United States of America. And they're invoking their rights according to the Constitution of the United States of America. The general public is finding out that while the system states Constitution, 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 that the Constitution don't matter. The Constitution has been trumped by statutory law and not common law. Now people are becoming educated because here we go right here. It's amazing. If I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. When I read the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America, and I'm going to read it again. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievance. What they're learning is they're learning how to defend themselves against a system that is against the people. You see, we are the creators. We are the masters, the public servants, judges, sheriffs, police. They all are our public servants, but they done flipped the script and done turned it around, and they have tried to become our masters. And anytime someone starts standing up for their rights, you that are uninformed, you think that they're rebellious, you think that they're stubborn, you think that they're troublemakers, when we already been in trouble. They've been taking everything from us. So Ron Young is a snake. He's not a man of his word. Never has been and never will be. And I told him that. But you know, I wonder how long these people are going to continue to keep keeping this up. Because you know what's happening, the more that they talk about this and the more they continue to keep getting out this story right here. I mean, we've had an increase of well over 1,000 people just watching our Shabbat service this past Sabbath. And believe you me, I gave them all something to go on because I knew it was coming. But even in Tennessee, I got this one lady named Holly. Hi, Holly. I heard that you left a message at the church up here. The tabernacle. That's what we call it, assembly building. So you're doing everything you can to get in contact with me. I may get in contact with you after I get finished taking care of some business here after 15 days. But if I do, and Holly, if you want an interview with me, I'm gonna give you the stipulations. Number one, you as a woman, you're gonna wear a head covering. Otherwise, you're not coming in my presence. Now, I know many of you are like, well, wait a minute. She ain't got to wear no head covering. She gets no interview then. Why? Because that's our law. That's our law. That's our religious right. How many times you see news reporters go overseas and give honor and give respect to Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and people like that, and they wear a head covering? How many times you see heads of state, like the president's wives, every single time when they get inaugurated, and they're in the position of authority as the President of the United States and First Lady, they go see the Pope, go Google it. The first thing you see is you see all those women dressed in black, and they all wear head coverings. Michelle Obama, Melania Trump, Hillary Clinton, they all are dressed in black, wearing head coverings in the presence of the Pope. Now, ain't no Pope. It's just our law. It's our tradition. And you're going to honor and you're going to respect us. And not only that, we don't trust you. And since we don't trust you, you will go through a pat down because we don't trust you. We don't know if you come in there for malicious intent or not. But if we even allow you to sit down to interview with me, all right, that is our stipulations. If I choose to accept it. If I choose to accept it. But it's so sad. So anytime somebody stands up for truth, stands up for tradition based on their conviction, all of a sudden we look like that there's something wrong with us. If I was to come over your house and I start treating your house the way I treat my house, would that not be a dishonor and disrespect? Would you even tolerate it? No, you wouldn't. See, when you start putting a defibrillator on people's minds and give them something to think about, only then, when it's articulated and when it's said, only then can people start to begin to rationalize and consider what's really truly going on. So what we got is we got a bunch of people in costumes, stage playing, hypocrites. It's like a circus and a dog and pony show that's going on. Listen, I don't consent, I don't consent, I don't consent. I just said a mouthful right there. You have to learn, and we are learning it now because we've been forced into it, legalese. We're really truly learning how the real true court system is and the way that it is supposed to run. You do well to educate yourself. And what's going to happen is a fire and a storm is being lit all across this country because, see, everybody is not trusting of the news media simply because they report. What the hell does the Sports Illustrated got to do with this? What anybody does. They don't know all the facts. And so what's going to happen is they're going to hear her side of the story again. Is going to do a smear campaign on Kabir, but she ain't going to tell the truth. I promise you she didn't tell the truth then. So Kabir is fighting for his rights. And it's amazing how that anytime we fight for our rights and we hold the public servants accountable and make them liable for choices and decisions that they're trying to make and rule from the bench and make laws from the bench, we're holding them accountable. And we're doing exactly what the book even teaches us. How is it that we're demonized now and criminalized when we're fighting for our rights? Most people are just used to going in like an assembly line, being told what to do, what to say, sign here, acquiesce, capitulate, bow down, and then good. Pay your fines and see you later. And then it's all peaceful. But what if they're raping you? What if they're taking you to the cleaners? How many times have we seen lower courts usurp authority because people being in ignorance, not knowing nothing? See, I'm an idiot, but I ain't no fool. But I'm an idiot, but I'm not a fool. Now, listen to me. Go look up the word idiot and see what it means. Go to etymology online and see what the word idiot means. Because see, in this particular construct that's been given to us by our European counterparts, you have a way of believing what an idiot is. But when you get inside that courtroom and you say idiot, a horse of a total different color. See, your definition of idiot is just like everybody else that's plugged into the matrix. But when you start studying to show yourself approved, when you start looking into things, and all of a sudden the wool is pulled out from over you, and the shade starts coming from your eyes, and you start shaking yourself, you go, my Yah, what in the world is going on in his? What is going on in his world? What has happened? And so now what's happening is that anytime someone lawfully stands up for their right, you see what they did with Ryan, right? The last video I did, the news media was only there to take a picture of him being taken in custody, only, watch this, to take him in the back behind the scenes and to interrogate him, to force him under duress and threats and coerce him to sign a bond that he didn't want to sign because that bond is against him. So what's going to happen is that these things are going to go up to the higher courts. The higher courts are going to find out that the lower courts have abused their authority and abused their judicial powers. And then in this lawsuit, this claim is going to be filed against them. In the end, they're going to be rewarded compensation for all the undue stress, the duress, the theater, the pomp, the lies of the news media. Then I'm going to wonder and see, just like Paul, I gave Paul a chance to repent because he broke this story. And I got a text message in here showing that Paul, where he said in his own words that he only had limited information up there at the Green Bay Gazette. And he reported on that limited information, but he didn't know the other side of the story. And then he said that he tried to make it right, which I disagree. He ain't trying to make it right. If you try to make it right, Paul, write a front page article and say in there what you said to Kabir. But no, they wanted to get the picture of Ryan with 4. I thought when you go into a courtroom, you only usually have 1 bailiff. 4 of them surrounding him. And then when Kabir went to court, they tried to do the same thing with him. And Kabir said, "Don't touch me." And you got 4 of them around there suited and booted with guns. Intimidation. Are you following? This is what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube and the United States of America, rather than listening to what the lies that these people are reporting, do your own due diligence if you're interested in this and see for yourself. There's a reason why that this ministry is called Straightway Truth, because we believe in living truth, not lies. No fairy tales, no lies. We believe in living upright and being upright. We would love to live in quiet and peaceful life. But since you don't want us to live in quiet and peaceful life, we're going to defend ourselves.